Hello everyone, I am the Crap Artist, and today I will be your guide as we traverse the endlessly eternal hellscape that is the Amberverse. In this video, we will get a show and tell of Legos, be astounded by her ability to consume literature at breakneck speeds, and be scolded for expecting her to keep her own schedule. There is nothing new to report, and she is tired from oversharing to her camera. I have taken the liberty of removing a great deal of fluff and repetition, leaving only the pertinent parts. And now, since brevity is the soul of wit, I will just get on with it.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So it's actually super late right now. This is actually when I would be sleeping. I know I look tired, I feel tired, but I was like, I need to film this video because I've only filmed one video, I want to say in the last 8 days.
Okay. Everybody remember this, there will be a quiz later. She has not filmed a video in the last 8 days.
And it was a weigh-in video, and then when I was on my camera, I deleted my weigh-in video.
How convenient for you.
Yep, it's gone for good because this
Sure it is. Sure it is.
is just like a full-fledged update video.
Sorry for the weird edit. I just got choppy with it a little bit.
Do want to say that I needed a break.
Here's the real excuse. Here is the real reason. She just didn't feel like filming. She's overwhelmed with her medical stuff. She just needed a break.
I felt like I was oversharing. I was sharing a lot daily. I was filming daily, but
Okay, see, there's the quiz. She said she hasn't filmed in 8 days. But she says here she was filming daily. She just hasn't shared. So it's been draining for her to film. We're not going to see anything she filmed. She either deleted it or it's in her little private archive of whatever.
not uploading daily, and I was like doing step by step of.
I mean, if you're going to have a video slapped together, try not to lie within the first like 3 minutes and backtrack on yourself within the first 3 minutes, Amber.
Like my weight loss journey with like the whole surgery thing, and I was just like giving a lot, and I noticed that by doing that.
Sorry, my jaw is wonky again. If you can hear the clicks and stuff, and if I keep making stupid faces, it's because my fucking mouth hurts.
The reaction I was receiving wasn't mixing very well with like my mental health.
The reaction she's been getting. Meanwhile, here on YouTube, she's just been getting ass pats aplenty, and the only places where anybody is being negative are on Kiwi Farms, or, in the Facebook groups where people who have had gastric bypass talk about their experience and how they believe that Amber may not be suited for the surgery.
I have started reading comments again, and I have seen so much positivity. So thank you guys, like more positivity than I've seen in a very, very long time.
More positivity, more better. This, I want to address this weird, fake, creepy positivity from the French viewers. It's people that don't really speak English. They only have a tiny fraction of the story, so they're lending her all this support and love, and it's blind and ignorant and artificial, and she's just eating it up like so many grains of rice.
And I appreciate it so much because it's truly going to help me. But for some reason, my brain was just subconsciously focusing so much more on just like the negativity around me getting weight loss surgery. And
it's not around you getting weight loss surgery, Amber. It's the fact that a lot of people don't think it is the right decision for you.
I can't do that, won't do that.
Because, of course, Amber wants what she wants, and she gets what she wants, and nobody's going to stop her, and nobody's going to get in her way. And if you do, fuck you. She'll step all over you and then call you the bully.
I want this to be a very positive experience for me. Obviously,
Yeah, so all you Frenchies keep licking her asshole.
it's like life-changing and it's been stressful.
Amber, honey, you have no idea what kind of hell you are in for after weight loss surgery. You have absolutely no idea.
It's been hard. And I've just been really focused this last week with like going to appointments, and I've been hanging out with some friends and just like when I needed to take a load off.
Amber, what do you need to take a load off from? You do absolutely nothing during the day. You fuck around with your hobbies. You go on YouTube, you read all the comments, you go on Kiwi Farms, you read all the comments on there, you fester about yourself, and then you eat, and then you go and you talk to your friends about food and whatever mundane, trashy bullshit you guys are watching on TLC. What else do you do during the day that you need to take a fucking load off from?
And yeah, I mainly just needed time to myself and I needed to stop oversharing. I do still want to continue sharing this journey. I did have a moment where I was dead set on not continuing because it was just like really messing with me mentally.
Oh well. The only one that is involved and the only one that it should matter to is you. If you want to continue to monetize your weight loss surgery journey, then by all means, continue to monetize it. But don't be surprised that people are going to say negative things about it because you are monetizing it.
This is a time in your life where you need support more than ever because it's like
Yeah, it is. But you're asking the wrong people for support. You're asking randos on YouTube to give you support. We don't know you. We don't know that you deserve this surgery. We don't know that you can handle this surgery. All we know is what you present to us on the internet, Amber.
I am putting myself in a scary position by getting weight loss surgery.
Amber, it's an elective surgery. You don't have to get weight loss surgery. You are putting yourself in this position because you want to, not because you are forced to. No one is making you do it.
At this size, going under and getting surgery is a very scary situation. So I just need like all the positivity and I'm going to try my.
So ask your family and friends. Don't ask random people on the internet for positivity for your life choices.
Hardest. Again, I am human, but I'm going to try my hardest to just focus on that. So like I said, this is like an update video on just like.
Why don't you not focus on the positivity, but focus on realism and reality? How about that, Amber?
Like everything and anything and everything. I want to give you guys a Lego update.
Oh boy. The only reason I left all this fluff and bullshit in is because there's just a couple of key points.
I love Legos, and the fact that Feline spent so much money on this for me.
She had to mention how much it costs and the fact that somebody else paid for it for her, because she needs everybody to know that she is loved. Everybody, she has a loving relationship with this random person whose face we've never actually seen.
I'm so grateful for her. She did not have to do it, but yeah. So I want to show you the roses that Feline got me.
Again, I have this perfect, wonderful relationship.
For Valentine's Day, I woke up and she was like, come in the office, come in the office. And I was like, why? Why do you want me in there? It's so bad.
This voice that she's doing here, all I can picture her is like doing this, oh, why do you want me in there so bad? Like, oh God. That's what I picture her doing.
And she just had,
but not as cute as when I just did it.
those waiting for me, and I just thought it was so sweet actually. So next little update is I want to show you guys some P.O. box stuff that I got. Okay, so I did get a diamond painting from someone that I have been talking to on Instagram who actually has like a whole business. So I'm gonna put her link down below.
Notice she said I got a diamond painting from. She didn't say as a gift. She didn't mention at all like if there was anything exchanged for this big old diamond painting. But here,
because trust me, look at her.
Now, I went to this person's website and their Instagram, and they had all kinds of different people's art. I don't think any of it was actually licensed art. None of it was original art, like with the artist's signature on it, like her signature on it. It was just misappropriated art set in a grid pattern with the little numbers and letters and color coded so that you can put your little gem in the spot. This I find fucking reprehensible. That person is selling art or selling kits made with art that does not belong to her. She's probably not giving the original artist the licensing fee. And I find it utterly fucking disgusting that a random person can just use bullshit technology, do hardly any fucking work, and make a fuck ton of money off of it. But I guess that's how corporate America works right now.
I do want to document this process because
yeah, she wants Amber to do that on video and then be a wonderful advertisement for her stupid fucking stolen art business.
That's what she requested. She said, I can't wait to watch you do it. And I'm like, yes. Okay.
What a waste of fucking materials.
So the next thing I want to share with you guys is a little book update. I'm going to do it really quickly. I know not everyone likes to read, but books are good for the brain, I promise. So y'all.
Yeah, Amber, you should read instead of just listening to audiobooks on hyperspeed.
I'll need to pick up a book and read. I just noticed that
people don't necessarily need to pick up a book and read, but expanding your mind by listening to other people's ideas, listening to storytellers, listening to other people's opinions, that's pretty good for the brain.
I feel a lot better when I read. I don't know. I just do. So.
Oh, it's so comforting. Your trash novels.
First one I finished is Big Girl by Danielle Steele. I do not like how Danielle Steele kind of portrayed someone that is only like 20 pounds overweight. Very much portrayed her as if she was like 400 pounds. And
no, Amber, you missed the entire point of that. You missed the entire fucking point of this book. That girl was suffering from narcissistic abuse. It doesn't matter if she was only 20 pounds overweight and being treated like a 400-pound person in the book. That is what narcissistic abusers fucking do. You missed the entire point of the book, Amber.
It was just kind of awkward to read, but like if I took myself out of it and like...
Yeah, Amber, it's not always about you, sweetie.
Like that thought process out of it, I did rate this book 4 out of 5 because I did find it entertaining. So I also read Foe by Ian Reid. This is one of my new books because
she can pronounce the guy's last name well.
I saw people talking about it on TikTok. I'm part of like Book Talk, love watching.
And she's easily led like every other sheeple on the planet.
Watching it, and every time someone talked about this, they made it sound so interesting, so I was like, you know what, I gotta read it. I also read...
Oh yeah, let me go with the herd.
I know people are probably gonna be like, no you didn't. When I become fixated on books, it's hard for me to stop.
Whatever, Amber, whatever.
I also read Wink Poppy Midnight by April Genevieve Tcholk. I'm sorry if I'm...
Amber, you can't pronounce the person's middle or last name. How are we expected to believe you read and comprehended any of these books in any of the amount of time you quote?
pronouncing this wrong. All right, so this is the last book that I finished. I read this in 2 hours.
The audiobook is 5 hours and 42 minutes long. So she read it in 2 hours. Does that mean she has that kind of reading comprehension and level of speed reading that she can read 200 words a minute? Or is she just listening to these stupid books on hyperspeed?
I read it in 2 hours. That is how amazing. This is The Arrangement by Kirsten Modglin.
Modglin.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Like, I was shocked. Something bad happens, and then that kind of spirals some events, and then there's like hard hitting twists.
Oh yeah, Amber. We're really gonna go out and get this book because of your review.
And then there's one twist at the end. Was entertainment. I loved it. If I could rate it past 5 stars, I would.
Amber, you're the asshole that invented the rating system. You can rate it whatever the fuck you want to rate it.
We're going to talk about weekly weigh-ins. I'm going to give you my weight from actually last Sunday.
No, you're just going to quote us some random fucking numbers and blah, 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 blah.
And then I'm going to tell you what I am now. I feel like doing weekly weigh-ins wasn't doing anything good for me.
Are you sure about that? Because it kind of looks like the weekly weigh-ins are what is getting you the most views and interaction on your channel. So I don't know what you mean by good for you.
I don't want to feel obligated to have a set day of when I need to weigh in for my audience.
Amber, you're the one that set the fucking schedule. You're the only one that sets the schedule. You're the only one that makes the obligation. We are not the ones setting your schedule and demanding that you have a set day every single week that you weigh in. We're not the ones doing that. You set that up for yourself, not us. Don't blame us for the way that you feel right now about your inability to want to talk about how much you actually weigh.
I want to weigh in for myself, and I want to weigh in for my
So actually fucking do it then.
surgeon. I want to weigh in for my doctor. I don't want to weigh in for my audience, and that's how it felt to me, and that's very unfortunate because I know a lot of people like.
And you've never, ever in the history of your YouTube channel actually stood on a scale on camera and recorded your actual weight. You have shown us stills, you have quoted us numbers, you have pointed at the ceiling and played a recording of some robot voice quoting some numbers. You've never, ever showed us video of you getting on a scale with your actual feet and your actual body and then showing us what the scale says. No, you've never, ever really weighed in.
My weigh-ins, but right now I'm not doing this for anyone else but me.
You've never done any of this for anybody else but you, Amber.
And I just didn't feel like they were serving me like anything positive. So,
except for your paycheck. Seriously, that is it.
Is there going to be weigh-ins? Yes, but I want to be able to, if I want to come on 2 days in a row and be like, this is what I weigh, I want to do that.
So why don't you actually fucking do that for real? Instead of just lying to us or quoting random fucking numbers we're supposed to believe.
So last week on the Sunday where you guys saw the weigh-in, I was 508.2. And then this last Sunday, I was 505.2, which was down 3 pounds. But today, I am 503.0, which is another 2.2 pound loss. So since you guys last heard my weight, I am down a total of 5.2. I am down about 20 something pounds. I am down.
Okay.
Down about 20 something pounds.
There. That. She's down 20 something pounds. She knows exactly how much she weighs. She knows exactly how much she weighed the day that she decided she was seeking weight loss surgery. She knows exactly the number. She doesn't want to tell us. because it's probably not going to be true anyway.
Since I went to the weight loss clinic and started doing everything I need to do to get weight loss surgery.
So here, she's lost 20-something pounds since she started doing everything she's supposed to do to get weight loss surgery. Why doesn't 2 and 2 click? And why doesn't she say, hey, why don't I stay on this deficit for as long as I need to get to whatever goal weight this and that is? And then decide from there if I need the extra boost to maintain my weight loss. But whatever.
Pretty amazing, not gonna lie. So I've had a lot of people ask me, like, where are you in your weight loss surgery journey? Because as you guys know, I have been telling you guys that there is tons of things that I had to do.
Yeah, that's literally all you've been telling us, that there's tons of things to do.
Not gonna lie, I was stressing out because for some reason I thought, this is just me being me,
a toddler,
that when you went to the weight loss clinic, they were gonna schedule everything for you, but they don't.
Nope, they don't. They assume that you're an adult that can handle your own shit. They tell you what they need from you, and they expect you to give it to them.
That's not their job. That's my job. And I'm not used to that type of life. Like being...
No, she's used to having her ass pat and having her hand held and being able to say, I can't do it by myself. Can you do it for me? That's Amber. She is a person that has learned how to be helpless to her own benefit.
Really on top of appointments, etc., because I kind of low-key let my depression get in the way.
No, you let your laziness get in the way.
And I'm not this time. So I have been more overstimulated than usual when it comes like to stuff like that, which is fine. This is like really important to me.
Elective surgery, which she probably believes is going to be the shortcut out of all of her problems, is important to her.
They only scheduled one thing. I sound like a child.
Yep, you sure do.
I understand I'm an adult. I'm just not used to putting myself first in this area.
In this area, maybe not, I don't know, but in every other area, you're sure ready and willing and able to put yourself first.
Like normally I would let my phone anxiety get in the way and I wouldn't schedule appointments. I wouldn't even answer my phone when like doctors would call me. I would just, you know, hope that they would leave a voicemail. Like that was a lot of my past anxiety. But
that's not anxiety, Amber. That's avoidance. That's not anxiety.
Like, I need to do this for myself. I can't expect anyone else to do it for me. So I do want to list off all the things that I have done and that I have needed to do. So it's kind of a lot. For me, it is.
She's going to sit here and make it a lot for all of us and just repeat the same old shit she's already said.
So the first thing I needed to do was the online seminar, and that took about 45 minutes, so that wasn't too bad. And then I had to do the intake packet, which was just like new patient information. And then I had to do intake day. A lot of people are getting that confused because every time I talk about this day, people are like, yeah, that's a seminar. And I'm like,
it is a seminar, Amber. Every time you describe it, it is exactly the definition of a seminar. Just because the facility you're going to calls it intake day doesn't mean it is not a live seminar.
No. I had to do that.
Yes.
That online.
No, Amber. No, you did the introductory PowerPoint online. You did not do an online seminar. Seminar implies that there is a back and forth Q&A.
Keep talking about is called intake day, and that is what that is called. It is not a seminar.
See, it's what it's called.
And then I had to do the intake educational course, which I also did that, which was...
Every time she says educational course or educational class, I'm reminded of those little old ladies on Benny Hinn that say, oh, I suffer from the sugar diabetes. Baby girl, baby no. You don't go to a course or a class unless you are expecting to be educated. So, okay. You don't have to say educational every single fucking time.
the day that I'm talking about. But like as part of that day was the educational course, which was the beginning of the 8-hour day. Then I had to do the physical with the bariatric providers. That's just like, you know, a normal doctor physical. They ask for your history and they do your blood
It's just triage.
pressure, your weight, and they might need to do some tests and listen to your lungs.
There's no tests unless she's just talking about reflexes. There's no blood drawn, there's no samples needed. There's nothing that has to be processed other than what you see on the surface and what you can glean by comprehensive question asking.
And then I had to do the dietitian bariatric course online, which you guys heard me talking about. It took
because you were so validated by it and it told you things you already knew.
a few hours. I thoroughly enjoyed it, learned a lot, and I felt validated in a lot of it. They gave you goals that they needed you to do, like keeping a food journal.
Yeah, you've already said that one, but you've not talked about any of the other goals.
Then I had to do an H. pylori test, which I've done.
I had to go look this up. It is a test to see if she has the bacteria that is associated with peptic ulcers and so on. It is usually the first test that they do involves fasting, and then you breathe into a tube and they measure how much urea is in your breath. Or the other one involves fecal matter, and I did not dive too very deeply into it. But anyway, it's to test to see if you have ulcers or not already. When I got my bariatric surgery, I did have ulcers and already knew about it and did not need the H. pylori test to confirm it.
Everything that I'm naming, by the way, I've done, as you can tell, with the little check mark on my checklist. I also had to do the GI scans when I had to drink all that stuff, and then they had to take a bunch of pictures of my stomach. It's like literally from your mouth to your butt, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she's pretty sure that's what a GI scan is. She doesn't realize that the GI in GI scan means gastrointestinal system, which in fact is from one orifice to the other. I have to go get one done on Thursday because I ripped my stupid hernia mesh. Again.
What they're taking pictures of. Then I had to do the pre-surgical questionnaire, and then I had to do the bariatric questionnaire.
The bariatric questionnaire consists of a bunch of questions to discern what you expect your life to be like after gastric bypass. It was for me anyway.
And then I had to do the psych evaluation where I was approved, and the psych.
Oh, so they thought you were smart enough to understand that you're about to put your life through hell?
Psychologist is recommending me for surgery, thankfully. Then I had to do the lab work, which I did that.
Why is it thankfully? Did you have to lie?
And then my primary care provider, they had to fax my result over to the bariatric clinic. And
okay, I have insurance, and I have had insurance for the duration of my marriage, which has been 24 years almost right now. And so when I decided that I wanted to have bariatric surgery, I went to my primary care provider and I said, hey, I am sick and tired of being fat, sick and tired. And I would like to learn more about the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. And he says, I can one up for you. Here, have a referral to Dr. Rowe, blah, 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 blah. And that's how it started for me. I didn't have to have a letter of recommendation because I had a referral through my insurance company.
And on top of faxing that over, my doctor had to fax a letter of support, which is just saying that my doctor approves me in their own way. I had to get.
They think that she is fit enough to have the surgery.
An EKG and a chest x-ray. Those were actually the last two things I did.
I've had to have 4 EKGs in the last 30 days, and it's literally just 5 minutes. They put a bunch of sticky tabs on you, look at a machine that goes bing for a second, and say, okay, and then they get a printout and walk out of the room. And sometimes they take the tabs off, and sometimes you gotta do that shit yourself.
Needed to start a multivitamin and a vitamin D3.
You should have been on those after your hysterectomy, because the loss of estrogen causes a severe drop in your ability to absorb vitamin D and a and other things. Blah, I cannot talk.
I needed to start low impact exercising. So literally just 20 minutes of getting my heart elevated about 2 to 3 times a week, which I have been doing. I'm just walking. I'm doing a lot of walking in place. I noticed that gets my heart rate up. Like,
Poor thing. She probably just stands in front of the TV all day.
a lot. And I walk around my apartment and I'm just really focusing on hitting a step goal every single day. And the last thing I had to check off is lose at least 1 pound, which I have definitely done that.
Actually, what they mean is for her to maintain a certain level of weight, not just lose a pound. They probably meant, okay, lose 1 pound to qualify and maintain it, period.
So while editing, I realized that I forgot to mention the registered dietitian evaluation, which is just the one-on-one that I had with the dietitian where she gave me goals and she just talked to me more about personal to me instead of like in the education class.
Again, with the education class. My surgery, again, was 21 years ago, and my surgeon was a very hands-on kind of guy. He was a very, very personable kind of surgeon. And if he wasn't there with you during a test, his personal assistant was. And she even held my hand a bunch of times, because I was freaked out by this or that. And yeah, so the registered dietitian evaluation, that was done by my surgeon's personal assistant, and he was there quite a lot.
So yeah, I just forgot to mention that one.
She also forgot to mention that she never saw the surgeon except for this one time that she hasn't gone to yet. The only time that she saw him was like the little talk he gave at the seminar that she is calling Intake Day.
I've done everything that I am supposed to do, and now everything is in the hands of technology. And when will my surgeon get the results for this? When will this be faxed over? When will my results?
Oh, and it's so hard on you to just wait. You can't just brace yourself and prepare yourself and do research and occupy your time. You have to fucking come on here and complain.
When will this hit? When will that hit? When will they call me to schedule that appointment?
Me.
Once I see the surgeon one-on-one, I'm pretty sure, just based off of what I've learned, what I've seen, what I've heard, is that we're gonna talk about goals.
She hasn't seen the surgeon one-on-one yet. My first appointment was with the surgeon. He gave a PowerPoint presentation to me and a few other people and my husband. And when I decided that I wanted surgery, the very next step was getting into the group therapy, hearing from people who are post-surgical, hearing from other people who are awaiting surgery, what their ideas and goals are, what reality actually was. It wasn't this weird surgical mill that she's describing where they just push you right on through. It was very hands-on when, 20 years ago, when it was all new.
We're gonna choose what surgery would be right for me, because I know a lot of people are asking. I know what I want. I know what my doctor recommends for me. So I have to talk to the
Do you know what your doctor recommends for you?
Surgeon about that. The surgeon is just gonna tell me what they think would be right for me.
The surgeon has a few set specialities. The surgeon is only going to offer you the options that he is good at. He's not going to offer you the entire range. He's probably, if he doesn't do the surgery that you want, you're not going to get it from him.
and everyone is different. So I know what I want. And the reason why I have not shared online what surgery I want is because I don't want people to talk me out of it. I feel like I know that's what's gonna happen and I don't want that to happen. And I don't want people to scare me into choosing something different or try to persuade me. I just don't want that. If anyone's gonna
No, she doesn't want anybody to be reasonable with her. She doesn't want anybody to show her reality. She wants to stay in her own little fantasy and her own little delusion and think what she wants to think and have what she wants to have. That's Amber Lynn in a nutshell.
persuade me, it's gonna be the surgeon. So right now,
The surgeon is either going to look at you and turn you down, or he's going to go ahead and cut you open. Either way, it's on him.
little mini goals for myself. They want you to do and change just like a few things. Like they don't want you to use straws anymore because you can't use a straw after.
All of this stuff that she is about to say, I have been saying in her comment section for the last 10 years. It's very simple, and even a person who has no intention of getting a gastric bypass, if you follow a few simple things, you will find that you lose weight. You will find that you enjoy food a little more, and you will find that you are more fulfilled rather than just full and feeling gross.
Weight loss surgery, which is hard because I love me a straw. No drinking.
Yeah, she loves to gulp things down.
30 minutes before or after you eat your food.
That is so that there is time for your body to digest it and get the nutrients that it can from it. Because for me, individually, I have a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, and there's quite a bit of intestine that I no longer have. So I don't have the opportunity to absorb in my intestine the vitamins and nutrients that, normal people have time to absorb. So I have to let my food sit in my stomach with no water or anything to dilute it so that it can fully break down and I can get the full benefit of the little tiny bit that I'm able to, keep down.
Taking small sips because you won't even be able to take like a normal drink.
I can now. I actually am really rather famous for being able to take down a can of Diet Pepsi in about 4 gulps.
Obviously, I'm not perfect at these things. I have not gotten weight loss surgery yet. Haven't even seen the surgeon. The only time I saw the surgeon is when it was intake day and they talked to everybody. And another
Man, that is a surgery mill and a half. He that's so impersonal and so sad, and I would be left like completely aimless if I had to do all that by myself and navigate all that shit by myself. Damn, modern technology fucking sucks.
thing is like eating protein first.
Duh, Amber, everybody in your fucking comments section that cared about you and was on your side in the beginning told you these things.
And then eat your vegetables and then eat your carbs. I noticed that that's a little bit hard for me because
Okay, let's complain about it. She has to have her ways, her particular little ways.
I like to make foods where things are like mixed together.
Yeah, we've seen your nasty gnocchi and Funyuns concoction.
Like stir fries and things like that. And usually when I make food like that, I like to eat everything together to have that all in one bite. I have to like take smaller bites and
Oh, wait. Yeah, Amber, you have to chew your food. We have all seen your mukbangs where you just gulp down an entire plate of food and chew maybe 5 or 6 times.
I have to chew a little bit more. My teeth are
You have to chew a lot more, Amber. And here we go.
super sensitive, so that has been challenging, having to chew more. And I do
Oh, she can't gulp her food down. Her little teethers hurt.
have to see a dentist.
Yes, you do, Amber. You should have been seeing a dentist for a while now. She's going to make this crazy excuse about the hysterectomy, and she's going to describe pica in a minute. But I want to take a moment to talk about the asymmetry at the bottom of her face here, and the fact that I have been staring at a little dot and a big bruise for quite some time. I believe, now that the dental issue is brought up, that the asymmetry of her face and the what I expect is a filled abscess right here. I believe that is dental related. And she needs to go see a dentist and she needs to see a dermatologist really bad because that kind of infection can kill you in a heartbeat, regardless of your size, regardless of your level of physical health. A dental infection can kill you in a heartbeat.
After I had the hysterectomy, I had a weird sensations through my body. One of the two major things for me, I wanted to never stop brushing my teeth.
Here's where she's describing pica. She's putting an inanimate object in her mouth, brushing her teeth, feeling around her mouth. That's from anemia. Um, it's from blood loss. She had a great deal of blood loss before her hysterectomy, during the procedure probably. And after that, your iron is very, very low, so you start doing weird shit like putting inanimate objects in your mouth. I have a habit myself when my iron is low of putting dice in my mouth, like polyhedral Dungeons and Dragons dice. Any like little tiny fucking action figure, I have these weird little Pokemon. I've sucked all the paint off. I probably have lead poisoning. Anyway, keep your iron under control. Take your fucking vitamins.
I was
Don't get pica.
insanely obsessed with brushing my teeth. I would probably brush 7+ times a day, and I would just be scrubbing for minutes at a time.
Yep, that's pica.
I've never really had troubles with my teeth per se, like nothing out of the
Not per se, but the whole thing with the nasty, rotten wisdom tooth was long before the hysterectomy arc.
ordinary. But when I went, I want to say a good 5 months brushing my teeth that often, because it was just like a sensation. It was an overpowering sensation, and I don't know why I correlate it with the hysterectomy. It's just because
Now, I had to ask a dentist about this. I see my dentist a lot because I have TMJ, and you can probably hear the clicking next to the microphone of my jaw. It's misaligned right now, and it hurts like fuck to talk. But here we are. Anyway, yeah, so I asked the dentist about this. You can't really damage your teeth that badly in 5 months, brushing 7 to 20 times a day for minutes at a time, unless there was already some damage, unless there was already some decay, unless there was already some weakness in the enamel, unless she was already having some sort of calcium deficiency. You can't damage your teeth that badly in such a short amount of time. They're very strong. Very, very strong.
like literally the day after my surgery, that sensation started.
Yep, that's pica.
And then thankfully eventually it went away, but my teeth are
You're lucky. Mine keeps coming back here and there.
the worst they've ever been.
I wish I could just get away with chewing ice, man.
And like I'm living proof that if you brush your teeth too much, they mess up your teeth.
They mess up your teeth, not you mess up your teeth, not brushing my teeth so much messed up my teeth, not I messed up my teeth. They mess up your teeth. Who is they?
They messed up your teeth. It hurts to chew anything. I don't know, it's just teeth sensitivity to the max. I'm a type of gal who only ever experienced toothaches because of wisdom teeth, and now I'm experiencing them just like from eating bread, from eating.
You've been complaining about this for the better part of a year, Amberlynn. Why haven't you gone to the dentist? Why haven't you gotten your teeth pulled? Why haven't you gotten a proper examination? This is on you. The pain that you are feeling is your own fault. I'm going to get personal and I'm going to tell a story right now. I had a dental infection for a very, very long time in the back of my teeth. And I have this thing about having natural teeth. So I didn't go to the dentist because of shame and guilt. And it built up for a very, very long time, where it was such blinding, confusing pain that I reached out and I called my mother and begged for help and begged for somebody to come and help me figure this out. That's how bad it was. And all of that could have just been avoided if I went to the dentist the day that I broke my tooth and exposed a filling, instead of letting it wait and fester for months and months and months until I was like stupid with pain. Anyway, let's let Amber complain some more.
Something soft, and sometimes it's so bad I like have to rock back and forth, so I do have to see a dentist about that.
Yeah, you do, baby girl. Yeah, you do. But I hope they got a chair big enough for you,
But
because dental chairs are fucking expensive as it is.
chewing slower, taking smaller bites, and turning your food more into mush helps with digestion, and you won't hurt yourself after surgery and stuff like that.
It helps with digestion, and you won't hurt yourself after surgery. But also, it helps you to taste your food more. It helps you to appreciate your food more. It helps you to savor and enjoy your experience more, rather than just gulping it down, filling a void, filling a need, and not getting anything from it.
Like that, because they literally take a lot of your stomach and they change it and they do things with your intestines.
Anyway, here is a diagram. While she's just rambling on and not really saying anything, here is a diagram of what my guts are supposed to look like. This is a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass, an open Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. I got a lot of staples, I got a lot of weird shit. It looks like fucking Frankenstein, and it sucks to be me.
And yeah, so you have to definitely eat different, obviously, and
Obviously.
it's a lot of hard work. This whole thing has been so.
Yeah, I can't eat rice anymore. Oh, that's Amber's favorite food. That's gonna suck. If she gets a Roux-en-Y and she can't have rice anymore, she's gonna be fucking miserable for a decade or more. We're gonna hear about it every day.
So stressful because there's been so many appointments and so much like mental work has gone into this, and like,
oh honey. Oh honey. Oh honey, you have no fucking idea what you are in for. If you think this is hard now, if you think this is taxing and full of anxiety and makes you panic and hurt your little feelings, oh, 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 sweetie. You got a world of pain in front of you.
like physical work, and it's just been a lot so far, but I'm doing.
Oh. Oh my God. I'm sorry I'm laughing. This is fucking pathetic. This woman has no fucking clue what she is trying to get herself into. She has no clue what kind of hell, what kind of misery, what kind of bullshit she is purposely aiming to put herself through for vanity.
Doing it because this is what I need, this is what I want, and
It's what you want. It's not what you need. What you need, Amberlyn, is to get a hold of yourself, learn discipline on your own, and achieve your goals without having the crutch or the necessary tool of a gastric bypass, of surgically modifying and mutilating your digestive system. You need to learn discipline.
this is how I'm going to save my life. It sucks that, you know,
But it's not how you're going to save your life, Amber. How you're going to save your life is you getting a handle on all of the demons that turned you into the thing that you are right now. That's how you're going to that's how you're going to save your life. And that is the only way.
I have to do it this way, but I think it's like the only way, and that's just me being realistic. Like,
but it's not. It's not really you being realistic because, like you said, you lost 20 pounds following the rules, 20 something pounds following the rules. Why can't you follow those rules for the rest of your life without having to have your body mutilated?
this is the only way I'm gonna succeed. And I will eventually get over the hump of feeling ashamed of that because, like, I feel ashamed. And I'll eventually stop feeling that way, but
You feel ashamed about it. So, through the entire decade of your YouTube career, while you shit on other people that have had gastric bypass surgery, that's you feeling shame. That's you projecting.
right now I do. Like, I feel ashamed that I couldn't do it by myself. It's pretty sad.
You've proven that you could do it by yourself by losing 20 pounds while following the rules.
But it's like, I look at other people who have gotten weight loss surgery and I don't think that. I don't think that, like, wow, they had to get surgery, they had to have that extra tool. Like, I don't think that.
It doesn't matter what the fuck Amber thinks. I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you the way I was feeling when I decided that I wanted to modify my body. I was 27 years old. I was very sheltered. Um, I did not know anything about anything. I thought that my mother was the end all be all for medical information and everything else because she had, she was a medical professional and she had complete control over my dietary intake and my activity level. And I trusted what she said, and I thought it was me and my dysfunction that caused me to be obese. Um, I didn't know anything about proper nutrition, and if I would have taken a moment to really, really educate myself, if the world was familiar about what carbohydrates and sugar actually does to the body back then, I would not have needed to mutilate my digestive system and spend the rest of my life in pain, puking my guts up over random toilets all over the fucking country.
I think that, like, they're strong and courageous and powerful to even make that decision.
You want to be considered strong and courageous and powerful to make that decision. That's what you want people to consider you as.
Because, like I said, surgery is scary. This is life altering. This is not an easy fix. It's not.
Nope, it is not an easy fix. It is eternal punishment. It is eternal punishment. Every day, you have to think about what you did to yourself previous to surgery to make yourself feel that you needed to be in pain for the rest of your life because of your food choices and your mistakes and shit that wasn't even your fault. Damn, that's dark and personal. I'm not sorry.
Not an easy change. I'm going through the process right now, literally in the middle of it.
No, Amber, you're not. You haven't even begun.
And it's been hard. And I cannot wait until I do all this and I can say a few years down the line that it was the best decision I've ever made in my life.
I'm 21 years post gastric bypass, and every other day I go back and forth between deep, terrible regret and thanking Dr. Rowe for giving me a new lease on life and letting me experience things in a different body. So it's whatever, Amber.
I can't wait for that. Some other goals I want to focus on is, like, I want to focus on calories and
Oh, some more of this. These are not goals, Amber. These are things that you should have been doing the entire time.
counting my protein. Protein is super, super important after weight loss surgery. Like,
it is super, super important after weight loss surgery and super, super important before weight loss surgery. And it is true. You should eat your proteins, then your grains, then your carbohydrates. Fill yourself up on the things that actually have nutritional value before you eat the pleasurable shit.
Like, that's super important. Multivitamins, those are like top 2. Like, you need those things. I just want to be more aware.
You have no idea. You have no idea how much you need a good multivitamin and how much you need to maintain your actual health after surgery, Amber.
Of how much protein I'm getting in now. You know, I do want to be able to get surgery at the lowest weight I can be, because I am.
What you want, Amber, and what a surgical professional is willing to give you may be two very different things. I hope you are prepared for that.
Scared, and I also want my liver to be at the best place it can be.
The reason that this is important is because the place she's going to does laparoscopic surgery. She spent part of a video previously talking about the fact that this place has 2 of them, and that's why she knows that they're important and they're the best, because they can afford to have 2 of these machines. Anyway, you need to shrink your liver in a situation like this because it gets in the way of your stomach, a fatty liver does. And fatty livers tend to be very, very, very fragile, and they break apart if you poke at them a little too hard. So they're trying to avoid fucking up Amber's liver because she doesn't know how to not fucking eat sugar.
Because, you know, your liver can get in the way, and I do have a fatty liver, and I don't want my fatty liver to be the reason that, like, they can't do my surgery. That would suck. So I do want to start focusing a little bit more on healthier foods and what they consider to be liver shrinking, liver health. I really, really want to start focusing on that, even if my surgery is months.
You should have been focusing on this for ages and ages, because things that shrink your liver and promote liver health are also the things that prevent gallbladder problems, sweetheart.
And months away from now, I need to like work on me now because I don't want to go under the knife at my worst. No.
That is precisely when I went under the knife. That is precisely the moment that I went under the knife, when I was at my worst. I signed the do not resuscitate paperwork. And right before the anesthesia hit, I remember thinking, all right, well, if I don't wake up from this, then at least I died trying to be thin and normal and acceptable. And that was it. And I woke up off the table in a great deal of pain.
I want to go under the knife at my current best, what I can be, because that is when I will feel more at peace, and I don't want to put my body under any more stress than it needs to be. So yeah, I'm tired, and when I'm tired, I sometimes ramble and I talk a lot, and I feel like that's currently what's happening.
Amber, that's all you do all the time. You talk, and you say very, very, very little.
So I'm gonna go. I'm like falling asleep as I speak.
I'll complain about it some more. You're the one that's making the fucking video.
I hope that you guys did enjoy this update video, and I will be back with another one soon. I promise I will not be MIA for much longer. I just needed a little mental moment, a little mental break. But
meanwhile, this video is already 5 days old.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Whatever.
Wow, that was fun. So, as usual, Amber is going to do whatever Amber wants to do. It's her body, her money, her time, blah, blah, blah. It's same old, same old, same old. Anyway, if she gets her way this time, she will be forever beholden to the medical community, going to far more doctor's appointments than she could ever imagine, having further surgeries with chances for complications, and lifelong pain every time she tries to consume her favorite foods. All I can say is good luck to you, Amber, and for everybody else, be cool, do something creative, and try to love yourselves, because no one else is going to do that shit for you.